Hi, welcome back. So here we are going to continue with May-June 2023 variant 4.3. So we're going to continue with question number 4. This is a bearing question. So A, B, C are three towns and the bearing of C from A is 114. So we can see it is 114 here. B is due south of A. You can see the point B and AC is equals to BC. AC is equals to BC means we have an isosceles triangle here where two sides are equal. If two sides are equal, we know that the angles opposite to them, angle opposite to those two sides are also going to be equal. Calculate the bearing of B from C. We need to calculate the bearing of B from C. The best method here is B from C. So join those 2 points first and make a straight line connecting them here. We already have that straight line. And then from C means at C you need to draw a north line. And then we know the rule for bearing, draw north at C. You need to go clockwise until it touches the line BC. This is the angle that we are going to find out. So here, now, since these two sides are equal, the angles opposite to them are supposed to be equal. So it's a straight line. So if this is 114, the angle over here will be 180 minus 114. That will give us 66. If this angle is 66, the angle over here will also be 66. It's easy to find out this particular angle here. This angle is what? In a triangle, the angles should add up to give you 180. So from 180, subtract 66 and 66, you will get 48. So this is 48 degrees. Now we can see that these two lines are parallel and we have a transversal here. Transversal means a line cutting the parallel lines. We know about these two angles. So these two angles here, they both are called allied angles. And we know that they should add up to give me 180 degrees. So from 180, you subtract 114. So from 180, if you subtract 114, you will get this as 66 degrees. Now, it's easy to find out the angle over here. We have a point, angle around a point should always add up to give you 360. So from 360, subtract 66 and 48. From 360, subtract 66 and 48. You will get it as 246. So the answer is 246 degrees. And we know that a bearing should always be written as a 3-digit. And we know it's a 3-digit 246. It's a 3-digit number. Now moving on to B part here. PQRS lie on a circle. Okay, PQRS, they all lie on a circle. So that makes it a cyclic quadrilateral. Opposite angles should add up to give us 180 degrees. So now here, if the opposite angles should add up to give me 180 degree, angle S is 74. So angle Q will be, opposite angles should add up to give me 180. So 180 minus 74 will give me 106. So this is 106. And now what else? The angle over here is 58. So the angle over here will also be 58. The reason is that alternate segment theorem. If we have a circle, if we have a triangle inside that circle, and then if we have a tangent, let's label this triangle as ABC. The angle made between the tangent and a side X. Here the angle is made between the tangent and the side AB. So the angle made here will be the same as angle C. So that is why 58, and here also this will become 58. I can find out this angle. So I'm just filling up all the angles in this diagram so that later I will come to this question. So this is a triangle. So angles in a triangle should add up to give me 180. So 74 plus 58 minus 180 will give me 48. So this is 48. Now I know that the angles in a straight line should add up to give me 180. So I can find out this angle as well. So that is 58 plus 48 plus 27 minus 180. So 58 plus 48 plus 27 minus 180 will give me 47. The angle over here will be 47. And anything else is remain? Yeah, this angle I can find out. So in a triangle, it should always add up to give me 180. So 106 plus 47 minus 180 will give me 27. So this is also 27. Or we can use the alternate segment theorem. If this is 27, the angle over here will also be 27. Okay, let's find out. Angle PRS. PRS means PRS. This is the angle, that is 58 degrees. Got it as 58 degrees. Angle PQR. PQR means PQR. This is 106 degrees. And then find angle RPQ. RPQ, that is 47 degrees. 47 degrees. Now that is done. Here we have again a circle theorem question. ABC lie on a circle. So A, B, C are all on the circle with center O and diameter AC. This is the diameter AC. TAM and TBN are tangents. So TAM and TBN, they both are tangents to the circle, and angle ATO is given as 34 degrees. Using values and geometrical reasons, complete these statements to show that CB is parallel to OT. Okay. In triangles AOT and BOT, ET is common. So the triangles that we are considering is AOT, this particular triangle, and BOT, this triangle. Angle OAT is equals to angle OBT is equals to 90. What is the reason? So OAT and OBT. So this angle over here and this angle here. What is the reason? Angle OAT and angle OBT is equals to 90 degrees. We know the reason. If we have a tangent, this is a tangent and OB is a radius. Also, this is also a tangent and OA is a radius. So we know that the angle between a tangent and radius is always 90 degrees. So that is the reason. And now what is the next one here? AT is equals to BT because where is AT? Okay, AT is this and BT is this length of the tangent. So we have studied that in a circle, if we have a external point outside, this external point can make two tangents. So let's say that this is O and the point of contact is A and B respectively. Then OA is equals to OB. We have studied this proper circle theorem. That is, the length of the tangent will be equal. So because AT is equals to BT, because length of the tangents from an external point is always equal. And now triangle AOT is congruent to triangle BOT because of which congruence criteria? So we need to prove that these two triangles are congruent, that is AOT and BOT. Which criteria is what they are asking. We know that they both are right angle triangle because angle OAT is equals to angle OBT is equals to 90 degrees right angle. And what are the criteria that we have? Right angle hypotenuse side, ASA, SAS, SSS. We need to find out which criteria this is. So angle 90 degrees, and then we know OT is equals to OT, that is common for both the triangles. OT is common for both the triangles, and I can see that OT is the hypotenuse because hypotenuse is this side that is opposite to 90 degrees. So B is 90 degree, opposite is OT. A is 90 degree, opposite is OT. So this is basically a hypotenuse. And we already know that AT is equals to BT because they both are the length of the tangent. And we already know that AT is equals to BT because they both are the length of the tangent So AT is equals to BT side. So right angle hypotenuse side. So I proved that triangle AOT and triangle BOT, they both are congruent using RHS. So we can go here and we can write down the answer as RHS. Now it's given one statement, angle AOT and angle BOT is equal to 56 degree because angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. AOT and BOT is given as 56. AOT, yeah, because this is 56, 90 plus 34 from 180. From 180 you subtract 90 and 34, you will get it as 56. So this is 56 and angle BOT is also 56. This is again 34 because angles in congruent triangles will always be equal. Corresponding angles in congruent triangles are always equal. Now, what is the next question here? Angle BOC, we need to find out and we need to give the reason. BOC. Angle BOC, this is the angle which they are asking. Angles on a straight line, we know it will add up to give you 180. So from 180, you subtract 56 and 56, you will get it as 68. So we got this as 68 degrees. So the answer here will be angle BOC will be 68 degrees. Angles in a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Now we need to find out angle OBC. Angle OBC. This is the angle that we need to find out. For this, what we can see here is OC is radius of the circle. OB is also radius of the circle. That means these two sides are equal. If two sides are equal, then the angles opposite to them are also equal. So these two sides are equal. Angle C and angle B are equal. So for that, I need to subtract 68 from 180. I'll get 112. Divide by 2, 56. So angle B is 56 degrees and angle C is also 56 degrees. So angle OBC is equals to 56 degrees. The reason is that opposite angles of same sides are equal. This is the property that we studied in isosceles triangle. CB is parallel to OT because now we can say that this line CB is parallel to OT. Now you can see here this angle is 56 and this angle is also 56. That is like if we have two parallel lines and these two angles, same like that. This is 56, this is also 56. That means A and B are equal using alternate interior angles or alternate angles. So CB is parallel to OT because angle CBO is equals to BOT. Angle CBO is equals to angle BOT. Both of them are 56 degrees and both of them are alternate angles. So I think we are done with question number 4 here. Now moving on to question number 5A. Okay. ABC is a scalene triangle on horizontal ground. So ABC is a scalene triangle means all the sides are of different length. AYX is a straight line. So AYX is a straight vertical post held in place by two straight wires, XB and YC. AC is given as 4.8, BC is given as 5.6, and angle ACB is equals to 20.4. Calculate AB. In the first case, we need to find out this AB. So I'm going to consider this triangle. I'm going to draw this triangle separately out of it. So I'm just drawing that. triangle here. So A, B, C. So we need to find out this AB. And what do we know here? AC is given as 4.8 meter and BC is given as 5.6 meter and the angle here is 20.4. To find out a missing side, if two adjacent sides and the angle connecting them is given, the rule which we have to use is cos rule. The cos rule, x square is equal to 4.8 square plus 5.6 square minus 2 into 4.8 into 5.6 into cos 20.4. So when you put this in calculator, first I will do this part over here. What is 2 into 4.8 into 5.6 into cos 20.4? So 2 into 4.8 into 5.6 into cos 20.4 will give me an answer as 50.4. So minus 50.4 is what I got here. 4.8 square plus 4.8 square plus 5.6 square will give me 54.4. 54.4. Now x square is equals to 54.4 minus 50.4 is 4. Therefore, x is equals to square root of 4, which is 2. So I got the value for x as 2. Basically, AB, I got it as 2 meter. So we are done with that. AB, we got the answer as 2 meter. Moving on, angle XBA is given as 64. Angle XBA. XBA means this angle is given as 64 degrees. And what do we have to find out? We need to find out AX. AX. So in this case, what I'm going to do is going to consider this triangle XABA. Going to draw that right. It's a right angle triangle. So I'm going to draw the right triangle separately. So this is X and this is B and this is A. We know this angle over here is 64 degrees. We know this 2 meter and AX is what we need to find out. So AX is what we need to find out. So in this case, angle is there. One side is there. We need to find out the missing side. Opposite and adjacent. Opposite and adjacent is tan. So tan 64 is equals to opposite is AX divided by adjacent is 2. So when you cross multiply, AX is 2 into tan 64. 2 into tan 64. So we put this in calculator. 2 into tan 64 will give me 4.1. So 4.1. So now we got the value for AX as 4.1. So let's go right here AX as 4.1 meter. Now it is given that AY is equals to 2.9 meter. Calculate the area of YAC. YAC. YAC means this triangle is what I'm going to use a different color so that you won't get confused. Okay. So here YAC is what we need to find out. Area of triangle YAC. So I'm just going to draw that triangle YAC here. It's a right angle triangle YAC. So the base is given as 4.8 meter and YA was given as 2.9 meter in the question. So to find out the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2 symbol. So 4.8 into 2.9 divided by 2. The 4.8 into 2.9, the whole thing divided by 2 will give me an answer as 6.96. 6.96, since it is area, meter square will be the answer. So 6.96. The area will be 6.96 meter square. Now we have the B part here. In triangle PQR, we have a triangle PQR. M is the midpoint. Okay, M is the midpoint here. RM is equals to 8 centimeter given. PRM is equals to 30 degrees and RMQ is 75 degrees. Calculate PQ. calculate PQ. So here 30, I can find out this angle because it is a straight line. So 180 minus 75 will give me 105. And in this triangle, all the angles will add up to give you 180. 105 plus 30 is 135 plus 40. 180 minus 135 is 45. So what I'm going to do is, M is the midpoint. I'm going to find out what PM is using sine rule and then multiply that answer by 2. So taking this as X here. So sine 30 divided by X is equal to sine 45 divided by 8. Cross multiply them. So X is equals to 8 into sine 30 divided by sine 45. You put this in calculator, 8 into sine 30 will give me 4 divided by sine 45 divided by sine 45 will give me divided by sine 45 will give me 4 root 2. 4 root 2, but this is PM 4 root 2. Our question is to find out PQ. PQ is 2 times 4 root 2. That will give us 8 root 2. So 8 root 2, we can put this in calculator. 8 root 2, we'll get the answer as 11.3. 11.3. 11.3. All the other are in centimeters. So 11.3 centimeter will be our final answer. Okay, the cumulative frequency table shows information about the speed of each of 200 cars as they pass a speed camera. The diagram here I have already drawn because it will be difficult for me to draw right now. So I have already drawn the diagram here. So cumulative frequency is what we are drawing here, cumulative frequency diagram. So speed less than or equal to 70, 12 cars were there, less than 80, 46, less than 90, 115, less than 95 speed, it was 155 cars, and less than or equal to 100, less 177, and less than or equal to 120, we have 200. Draw the cumulative frequency diagram. 70 to 12, all the cumulative frequencies are directly given, we just have to plot the points. 70 and 12. 70 and 12 means 70 here and 12 here. You'll be getting point over here. 70 and 12, and then similarly 80 and 46, 80 and 46, 80. 46 is somewhere over there, so that is the point connecting 80 and 46. And then first you plot the points and then join the points without using a ruler, just a rough diagram, rough hand diagram. So 90 and 115. So 90 on the x-axis and 115. So it will be somewhere over here. And 95, 155. This is 95 and 155 here. 95 and 155 is somewhere over here. And 100, 177, 100 and 177. So this is 100, 100 and 177. This is the point. 120 and 200. 120, 200. So connect those points using a rough hand diagram. So we will give you the cumulative frequency diagram. So once the cumulative frequency diagram is done, use the cumulative frequency diagram to find an estimate of the median. Median, to find out median, the formula here is we need to find out total cumulative frequency is 200. So you take n as 200. Now median, we know it is the middle term. So to find out median, 200 divided by 2, that is 100th term. 100th term. So what we have to do is, on the cumulative frequency diagram, come to 100th term. This is the 100th term. Draw a horizontal line until it touches the cumulative frequency diagram. Wherever it touches the cumulative frequency diagram, from there you use a scale, a ruler, and then draw a straight line, a vertical line, until it connects the x-axis. So where it connects the x-axis is 87. So the median for us is 87. 87 will be the median. Simple as that. A cumulative frequency, check the last value, that is 200. You take n as 200. Median is the middle term, 200 by 2, that is 100th term. On the cumulative frequency diagram, go to 100, draw the horizontal line until it touches the curve, and then from there you draw a vertical line until it touches the x-axis, that is 87. Now, interquartile range. Interquartile range is upper quartile minus lower quartile. To find the upper quartile, or let's start with lower quartile. Lower quartile, the formula is n by fourth term. N by fourth term. So here I told you n is the last value of the cumulative frequency. 200 by 4. 200 by 4 is 50. So 50th term is what we need. Same thing like what we did for median. So go to 50. So this is 50 here. This is 50 here. So 50, you draw a horizontal line using a scale until it touches the cumulative frequency diagram. From there, you draw a vertical line. I can see that I got the lower quartile as 80. Lower quartile as 80. To find the upper quartile, the formula is 3n by fourth term. Now 3n is again the last value of cumulative frequency, which is 200. So 3 into 200 is 600. 600 divided by 4 is 150th term. So we will be doing exactly the same thing at 150. So this is 150 here. At 150, draw a straight line, horizontal line until it touches the cumulative frequency. From there, you go vertically down till the x-axis. So we'll be getting it as 94. So lower quartile is 80, upper quartile is 94. So 94 minus 80 will give you 14. 14 will be your value for the interquartile range. Finally, the last one is the number of cars with a speed greater than 110 km per hour. So greater than 110 km per hour, what we need to do is we need to take this 110 km per hour on the x-axis. Draw a straight line, vertical line until it touches the curve frequency diagram, cumulative frequency diagram. From there, you draw a horizontal line until it touches the y-axis, that is 194. So from 200 to 194, 200 minus 194, there are 6 cars. So from 200 subtract 194, there are 6 cars with a speed greater than 110 km per hour. That is how we do this cumulative frequency diagram. Now, to calculate the mean for this frequency table. To calculate the mean, we know the formula is sigma fx divided by sigma f. So let's first draw one more row here. This row will be for the x values, the midpoint basically. X is the midpoint. 2600 and 2000, the midpoint. 2000, how to find out the midpoint? Lower limit plus upper limit divide by 2. 2000 plus 2600 divide by 2 will give you 2300. Now to get the midpoint, 3500 plus 2600 divided by 2, I'll get it as 3050. Again, to get the midpoint, 5000 plus 3500 divided by 2, 4200 and 4250. Now 5000 plus 5700 divided by 2 will get it as 5350. So sigma fx. So we have frequency, we have the midpoint, we have to draw one more column here. This is for fx values. Fx means f multiplied by x, frequency multiplied by the midpoint values. 12 multiplied by 2300 will give me 27,600. 15 multiplied by 3050 will give me 45,750. And here 16 times 4250, 68,000. 5350 times 7 is 37,450. Sigma means summation, adding all the values of fx. So when we add all the values of fx, that is 27,600 plus 45,750 plus 68,000 plus 37,450 will give me 178,800. 178,800. And now sigma f value means you add all the frequency. 12 plus 15 plus 16 plus 7. I know it's a for 50 trucks. So when you add them up, you will get 50. So sigma fx by sigma f 178,800 divided by 50. 178,800 divided by 50 will give us 3,000. Will give us 3,576. Will give us 3,576. So this is how we solve them to find the mean 3,576 kg. Now finally, here in a histogram showing this information, whatever we have here, the height of the first block is 6 centimeters. So histogram means we know the frequency density will be the y-axis. So frequency density is given as 6 centimeter. First block, height of the first block. What is the formula for frequency density? Frequency density is frequency divided by glass width. So frequency for the first block is 12. Divide by class width is upper limit minus lower limit. 2,600 minus 2,000, that is 600. Now 12 divided by 600 will give me 0.02. 0.02. Now this 0.02, this frequency density which I got 0.02 is represented as 6 centimeter. Is represented as 6 centimeter on my histogram. Calculate the height of the remaining 3 blocks. One by one I am going to take. So let me find out what is the frequency density of the second block. Again, we know the formula is not going to change. Frequency divided by class width. Frequency is 15. 15 divided by the class width is 3,500 minus 2,600 is 900. So 15 divided by 900 will give me 1 by 60. 1 by 60. So 1 by 60, if you want to put it in decimal, so it will be 0.016 recurring x. This frequency density, when we represent it in graph, what will be the length? So 0.02 frequency density, it is given that when we represent it as a histogram, it is representing as 6 centimeter. So the second bar here, second block, I got the frequency density as 0.016 recurring using the formula frequency density is equal to frequency by class width. What you have to do is cross multiply. 6 into 0.0166 recurring divide by 6 into 0.016 recurring divide by 0.02. Divide by 0.02 will give me the answer as 5. Will give me the answer as 5 centimeter. Same thing, what I'm going to do is for the second one, I'm using the space here, 0.02 frequency density. On my histogram, it represents 6 centimeter. For the third block, let's find out the frequency density. Frequency is 16 divided by class width. Class width is 5,000 minus 3,500, that is 1,500. 16 divided by 1,500, we'll get it as 0.106 recurring. So here, frequency density 0.106 recurring. What will be the x value? Now, I'll find it out. X is equals to 6 into 0.106 recurring, the whole thing divided by 0.02. When we do this in calculator, you will be getting the answer as 3.2. This will be 3.2 centimeter. Finally, the height of the block. So I'll use a different color because it is don't have enough space over there. So here, let me first find out the frequency density. So frequency density is frequency divided by class width. Frequency is 7. Class width is 5700 minus 5000, that is 700. So 7 divided by 700, we know it is 0.01. 0.01. So the same thing we have to use for 0.02 frequency density. In the histogram, it was 6 centimeter. For 0.01, how much it will be? Cross multiply. 0.01 into 6. The whole thing divided by 0.02 will give me 3. X is equals to 3 centimeter. So we are done with this as well. So now moving on, question number 7, we will be doing it in the next video. So thank you for watching. If you have any doubt, feel free to write it in the comment box.